Hello, I'm Ray Brandel. I am the owner of ParentalRights.us. During this interview, I first want to apologize for the squeaking sound that's going on in the background. Apparently, something's going on with the transmission when I speak on my end where you can actually hear. Throughout the entire interview process, we've been hearing this very annoying squeaking going through on both ends, coming on my end and on his end at the same time. So I apologize for that inconvenience. However, the video does cover a lot of areas relating to domestic violence, false allegations, the things that actually happened in the courtroom. We talk about his website in the video. The reason being for him to even be in jail was based on his website in the video. No indicator of what actually happened behind the scenes of why the state police there in New Jersey actually showed up at his house, but what did happen is they did show up and they did arrest him. At that time there was no charges, but they did put him in the county jail. And then days later, that's when the actual arrest took place. So anyhow, I do also want you to know that there's some misinterpretation based on the countdown timer that was on his website. To me, it was pretty explicit. He was asking for money to help support his personal campaign along with getting his license back, and he explicitly talks about that in the video. They are very good at taking things and twisting it around. I've been through family court myself. They've done it numerous times. Even to this day, they're still doing it. So if you are a targeted parent, this is something that you should probably suspect, or if it's happening to you and you don't know where to go to, just know that you're not alone. It happens to a lot of people, more so than what most people realize. So just so you know that the examples posted on this video is just a real basic, nothing's rare about it. In my county alone, there's several both moms and dad, majority are dads that are in jail, whether it's not paying child support because they lost their job due to overseas and globalization, and they don't have no means of even surviving, but child support is primary. I mean, you lose your job, you don't pay your mortgage, you don't go to jail for not paying your mortgage. But in the family court, they are the new rule of the law, and they will put you in jail for it. Without any consideration of the so-called best interests of the children. So anyhow, enjoy watching the interview. Again, it's very untraditional, but the things that are said on both ends is an eye-opener if you're new into the family divorce court arena.
No. Well, I'm using a laptop, and my laptop's electronic.
I think I can hear you.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, it's little, there's like noise in the background, but I can hear you.
Outstanding. Yesterday, and everybody else says that when they talk to you, they can't hear you. Or I mean, they can hear you, you can't hear them.
Yeah, it's just scratchy.
Oh, here. How about I do this? You talked to Rob yesterday, and I was wondering if you could explain to us a little bit about...
All right, hold on a second.
You come over here, baby. Hey, step that chair right there and come on over. No, Here. Join us. That's why you're for easy escape.
Okay, the statement of probable cause.
Yes.
February 2nd, 2016. On this date, the New Jersey State Police Central Security Unit was notified by the Hunterdon County Prosecutor's Office of an email and website authored by Robert J. Paulson. The email in question was sent by Mr. Paulson to a number of people with whom he associated through social media. One of these individuals was concerned about the statements made by Mr. Paulson and contacted the Hunterdon County Prosecutor's Office. Just so you know, the date is wrong. In his electronic mail message and video, Mr. Paulson expressed his displeasure with the New Jersey judiciary, the Somerset/Hunterdon/Warren vicinage, Judge Matthew Curry, JSC, Judge Hanny Malla, JSC, and Judge Bradford Burry, JSC. He furthermore expressed his belief that these judges and Governor Chris Christie have conspired against him to restrict his paternal rights and increase his child support, resulting in his personal bankruptcy. In addition to expressing his displeasure concerning the judiciary, Mr. Paulson made the following statements in his electronic mail message. I am ending this corruption now. I know I have not been very active on this, but at this point I have no other choice. Next Monday I will be taking the law into my own hands. I know I risk jail time or even being shot by police, but I have no other choice. On Monday, February 8th, I will be making a stand in Hunterdon County, New Jersey. Please don't tell me not to do this as it's already done. As of now, I cannot see my children, so what difference does it make? Mr. Paulson also created a website, pleasehelpmychildren.info, upon which he posted a 50-minute video detailing his legal struggles, the loss of his children, and his financial situation. During this video, Mr. Paulson stated that he is in arrears regarding his child support and that he will not go to jail again. He will fight back. He expressed his belief that citizens should not follow judicial orders and that judge are destroying lives. In his video, Mr. Paulson expects to be arrested and that he'll be forced to take the law into my own hands. Just prior to concluding the video, Mr. Paulson references the occupation of the Malheur National Wild Refuge in Harney County, Oregon, by an armed group of anti-government extremists and suggests that he would need to take similar action to achieve resolution of his concerns. Also, on Mr. Paulson's website is a countdown timer which will reach zero at approximately 14:05 hours, Monday, February 8th, 2016, the same date upon which Mr. Paulson stated they will be making a stand in the above described email. Considering the totality of Mr. Paulson's actions to include the statements that he made in his email and video and the content of his website, specifically the video itself and the countdown timer, I believe there is probable cause to support the charge of terroristic threats 2C:12-3A. Mr. Paulson's actions demonstrates his intention to commit a crime of violence with the purpose to terrorize or seriously cause public inconvenience to New Jersey judiciary, the Hunterdon County courthouses, Judges Curry, Malley, and/or Burry. I believe there is probable cause for the issuance of a complaint in the above charges.
Yeah, I hear that squeaking sound really bad too.
I'm sorry?
I can hear that squeaking noise too. Yeah, it's a little loud.
It's a little staticky, like. Oh, I was losing my license, so I was asking people to help me. So this is when I would lose my license,
I was thinking
and I'd have to pay my car insurance. So
money for
I put a countdown timer when I was losing my license and my car insurance, and I got a donation which helped me get my license back. I had to pay a restoration fee. I was asking people for help, because I was losing my license. And I had to, several years ago, I lost my license because I had no idea they took it away. And I got caught driving without it, so I had to pay a $250 restoration fee every year. I had no money to pay it, so that's what I used that for in my insurance. I actually filed a motion to get some of the money that's being held in my account by Patricia Garrity Smits, and they denied it, so I didn't know what else to do.
Ask him about the timer itself. About can you tell me about the restraining order? I don't know if you can tell.
The police Oh, sure, absolutely. My wife attacked me in the middle of the night.
Going to jail anymore. I'm not
She and she admits this, that she has she actually hit my daughter too. She slapped my daughter in the face, but before this, she admitted to the police one time in October or September. She went to the police and told them that I've never even threatened her with ever violence. And in March, I worked at the night shift, and then I was up all day at my kid's school decorating for Dr. Seuss month.
I'm not going to take this.
So, and then I came home and cooked dinner, and I went to sleep on the couch, and my wife came up at 1:50 in the morning and turned the lights on. So I went downstairs to go to sleep. She went downstairs and started doing laundry, so I went upstairs into the master bedroom where my son was asleep. I fell asleep next to him. She came in the room and started punching me in the face. I pushed her off of me, and I ran into the bathroom because my nose was bleeding, my mouth was bruised, and I had a black eye. And the police came, and they even said, ma'am, there's not a single mark on you, and there's a bruise on your face. So anyway, she called 911 first, they told me, so they have to listen to her. Then we went through a final restraining order, and I had the two police officers testify that I was the one that was bruised, and there was no mark on her, and I was never arrested for domestic violence. I never was arrested. And the judge actually yelled at them for what they did, but she said, I feel threatened by him, and they gave her a final restraining order against me. Now, at the restraining order hearing, she did have some sort of police or doctor's report. She went to the doctor 8 hours later, and they said in medical terms there was a red handprint on her chest. But everybody knows, and I said to her, then you're telling me your body acts completely different than every other human being on the face of this planet, that you slap yourself and it turns red 8 hours later, where everybody else it turns red immediately, but they still gave her a final restraining order simply because she said she felt threatened by me. I just don't want to go. I didn't want to go to jail. I was like, they put you to jail because I'm in fake arrears. I'm paying child support as if I make $350,000 a year. I've lost. It just. You have to admit, I was up all night long. I was fed up and exhausted. Who are? I don't know who's saying I'm a violent man. I've never been violent. Her attorney says it, obviously.
Who's charging? Who's the one that's making the charges? And then the next one, I tried to get a hold of the district attorney.
The state police, I guess? Hold on a second.
Yeah, his district attorney, no call back. Has he met his district attorney?
I don't know who's making the charges. It says Detective R.H. Trainer. He's the complainant's name and address and zip code.
Okay.
So that's Detective
Have
Second
you
Class
actually
Rights
checked the website
Trainer.
and seen the video?
Okay. I don't know who my district attorney is. Oh, I don't know. I know the officer who arrested me, Trainer, he admitted that he did not watch the entire video. He said it was an hour long, so I only watched a little bit of it.
I need to take the law in my own hands. No.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
And what happened, the reason I got so distraught is because my daughter has been locked up home alone, even when she's sick, when I could be watching her. And then she told me how her mother, she wanted to spend more time with her father, and her mother slapped her in the face and then hit her with her phone. So I filed a motion, and then Judge Burry denied it because I couldn't afford the filing fee. Yeah. What I was thinking, I was thinking of either doing, trying to get some fathers together to do a protest either at the courthouse. I wanted to get some reporters and go in front of the courthouse and just read all the violations of law that the judge committed against me. Or I thought about going to the governor's office and doing the same type of thing, just getting reporters and just reading all the things that they did to me.
Okay.
I also thought of going to, for a while, I thought of going to my wife's attorney's and parking in her driveway, but I figured that wouldn't work. So that's what I thought about, going to the courthouse or going to the state, the state capitol. But the reason I just thought maybe the courthouse, because Chris Christie's up campaigning, he wouldn't even be there.
And then, what is the strategy for winning this case?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago?
Don't ask me questions like that.
I know.
How do you spell strategy?
I haven't talked to him either since Friday.
T-E-Y.
I want to go to court because I didn't do these things that he said to me. I want to go. I mean, I don't really have a strategy. I mean, I never said anything that I was going to commit violence at all. If anything, they could charge me with attempted contempt of court.
And is that a Facebook?
But I never wanted any violence. I'm not a violent man. Matter of fact, I try to help people here as much as I can.
Site?
One of my fellow inmates made me a cross because I'm a minister.
Ask them we're here to support them too.
Base Camp is it's not mine. It's it's like a group of support group. It's like a support group that I joined. It started by a company, I think Divorce Corp. I appreciate that. I was living on $107 a week after they took crazy amount of, my wife makes $120 grand a year.
I didn't get down.
Oh, God bless you, man.
What's the sister's name? Do you even know it?
Yeah, what's the sister's name?
I mean, I don't care about the food or stuff. I just want to be able to make phone calls to my children. I ask her to send me my children's phone numbers because I don't have their phone numbers. They're all, I never memorized them. They're just in my phone. And Cameron and Corey, if she could somehow get me a message with their phone numbers.
Okay.
Oh, that would be cool. I know my wife probably won't let her talk to me because she's been trying to keep me from the kids forever. And you saw the video where she punishes my daughter when she wants to speak there. She gets caught speaking to me. She took away her birthday party when she found out she was talking to me. She's afraid to get in trouble if she calls me or talks to me. But Tuesday's supposed to be my night. Thank you. God bless you, man. Thank you so much. My divorce has been going for 6 years, and this judge still hasn't given a verdict. My trial ended over a year ago.
Tell them it's already on 2 of my websites.
I was a stay-at-home dad. I had 18 witnesses ready to go. I had certifications from everybody, and the judge just ignored everything.
Same here.
Even my kids talked to the judge and said, we want to spend more time with their father, and he goes, no.
Same thing happened to me too with the restraining order.
Oh, man. We got it. I know it's weird, but I think we need to, we as a country have to vote every single politician out of office and start fresh.
Election year.
I mean, because they're not doing anything, and the family courts make everything worse. They don't make anything better. They don't put the kids' needs. I know. I'm not a fan of the way Donald Trump talks, but you know what? Maybe he's a start. You know, I like Ben Carson, but maybe we need to just vote. Anybody who's been in office the longest, vote them out, and maybe they'll wake up. Because these governors are using this thing as a way to balance their budgets, this Social Security Act. I mean, they make so much money off the court systems. And then these people I see here, they're all friends. I know. That's what I'm saying. If we as a people, you know, start voting everybody out of office, maybe they will wake up and do something. I mean, they should just copy Scandinavia. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. I'm a good father, and even after all the lies my wife said against me, I still believe we should have shared custody, because that's what everybody says is best for children. We need to start thinking of children first.
What do you want to say to the governor or...
Not how to make money and who to hurt or who has the most money to buy lawyers. Let's put the needs of children first. The Catholic Church, you know, they even came out and said that it's best they don't believe in divorce, but it's best for children to be with both parents. All the studies, Scandinavia, they have a simple process. We need to end this $50 billion industry. And just, to the judges and lawyers, I never ever wanted any crime or violence against you. I just want to be a part of my children's lives. I was a huge part of their lives before this. Why do I have to be a visitor after this? I offered them to let me watch the children whenever my wife was at work. She could have them every night and every weekend. I just wanted a couple weekends for vacation, but just while she was at work. And he denied my right of first refusal simply because I'm a Christian. They made a big deal about me being a pastor, and he denied my right of first refusal. And I'm like, supposedly he said if you're too religious. That was Judge Matthew Curry. I asked for my right of first refusal, and they made a big deal of Pastor Bob and this. And he denied my right of first refusal. And I've never I never hit my kids. My son was spanked maybe once or twice. And it was funny because
family court case.
I gave him his first spanking, and the second time, I go to him, do you want a timeout or a spanking? And he goes, I want the spanking. And I goes, why? He goes, Daddy, when you spank me, it hurt less than when we wrestled together, so I'll always take the spanking. I just prodded him, and that was the last time I ever looked to hand him son, like that. Hold on a second. FM 10253. That I don't remember it. Gerald Lawrence. I don't know if you know Gerald Lawrence. He's one of the top family lawyers in the state of New Jersey. I was married to her once before, and she knows about this. She's supposed to be helping me too. You can contact her. She's out of Norris, McLaughlin, and Marcus, and that's in Bedminster, New Jersey.
Okay.
You can Google Geraldine Lawrence, New Jersey. You'll find her.
Okay.
She's like one of the top family lawyers. She actually told one of the guards here
I just want
to help me out and keep an eye out
being a
for me.
Christian, and why is that such an issue? And then the next one, does he have any transcripts?
Why is it being Christian such an issue?
Yeah.
Now remember Stacy's name. What was your name again? Okay.
You want my name?
I don't know. Someone told me that they do this. If you're too religious, they don't want you to have time with the children or something. I'm not a fanatic or anything. I believe in God. I have friends who are atheists. You know, I'm a big Paul fan, the Apostle Paul. And Galatians 6:10 and Philippians 3:2, basically it says, while we have opportunity, let us do good for all people. And that's what I try to live by. I used to have a pen, Stacy. What was your name, sir? Zach?
Randall.
Oh,
DL. That's it.
Ray Brandel? You're Ray? Thanks, Ray.
That's it. That's it. Done. I couldn't have done all that.